last few years, two disasters happened in both Japan and America. In March of 2011, the Tohoku region of Japan was struck by the tsunami and earthquake. Thousands lost their lives, thousands lost their homes, and thousands are still missing. In Brooklyn during 2012, we had Hurricane Sandy. There were many deaths, homes and businesses were destroyed, and many people lost. But the power of the human spirit prevailed. Despite the tragedies, our nations rebuilt and got on the road to recovery. The amazing thing about tragedy is that it brings people together. Neighbors and friends become closer and family bonds strengthen. And that's why we're talking about sports today. Sports is a force that brings people together.
Get out there, Robbie.
On April 15, 1947, Jackie Robinson became the first African American to play in Major League Baseball. Up until that point, the nation's pastime was racially segregated. That day at Ebbets Field, Brooklyn, Robinson served as a catalyst for social change and the civil rights movement. Long after his final days, Jackie left a lasting impact on society and the game of baseball itself. We are all survivors of some difficult moments. Sometimes, it isn't until we recount these difficult moments in life to friends and relatives that we realize just how much we went through. We don't know how strong we are until difficult situations bring that strength forward. Today is about survivors. Sports provides an opportunity to bring people together and transcends social, political, and ethnic barriers. You might say that baseball is a healing game. Look at Japan. Look at Hurricane Sandy in Brooklyn. A lot of people work together to make this event possible, and here are some of them. Byron Lewis, Yohei Suzuki, and Gary Perone.
Everybody knows that Japanese people love the game of baseball. As a matter of fact, baseball was basically, or has become basically, the national pastime. And everybody knows that the Japanese are the world travelers. They've gone everywhere except Brooklyn.
The game of baseball, especially in Brooklyn, I always feel is the most important. Jackie Robinson was here. When you look at the statue outside the ballpark here, it's very impressive to see that everything starts in Brooklyn. People come together in Brooklyn, and so when Yohei came to me through Byron, who's a dear friend for many years, I seen this opportunity to bring people together, but more than just baseball, but to create friendships and long-term relationships.
The concept to bring together the young baseball players from the Tsunami area in Japan in 2011 and the young baseball players in Brooklyn and Queens who suffered the Hurricane Sandy was just a magnificent idea. Yohei Suzuki, who I've worked with for a number of years, was in Japan, and he met a Mr. Yazawa.
I spoke with Mr. Yazawa about the idea of bringing two nations through baseball, because the hard time is not going to separate us. It actually brings people together harmoniously. So then I spoke with Gary Perone, the director of Brooklyn Cyclones, about my idea.
And we were first approached with the idea of doing an international friendship program with Japan. What I liked most about it was that the program brought a healing factor. You know, we know that we're from two different sides of the world. However, at the same time too, it was able to connect the kids to be part of such a wonderful program.
Welcome to Brooklyn, Japan baseball program presented by Kakehashi Project. 皆さん、ブルックリンのロングアイランド大学へようこそおいでくださいました。
The people who were really critical to this happens to be the president of my alma mater, Long Island University, Dr. Kimberly Klein, and also the borough president's office here in Brooklyn. These people have made this happen, and I feel indebted for their cooperation.
On behalf of the Brooklyn Cyclones organization, we hope this program is very successful, not just for this year, but for years to come. And we know it will be great because of the great people supporting this like Byron and Yohei.
We love Japan, we love Brooklyn, let's make history!